Okay, hi YouTube. This is Chris. Just to clarify a couple of things, I've never done one of these reviews before. I've always meant to do reviews of stuff that I own, but I've never gotten around to it for whatever reason. However, I've always been lucky enough to find reviews of stuff I needed, but this time around I couldn't find what I was looking for, and I thought, well, it's my time to contribute. I was looking for a Mac Mini review, but a fully spec'd out Mac Mini, the new ones that were released October 23rd or 26th. And I couldn't find one, so mine just arrived last night. And I figured, well, if someone is trying to decide whether to get one or not, and whether it's worth to pay the extra money, then, well, I'm just going to post this little benchmarking thing so you guys can decide. Please bear with me. Again, I've never done this before, and be kind. Okay, what we'll be reviewing here is I just received my new Mac Mini. It's a quad-core i7 with 1 TB Fusion drive. That's the key thing that I was looking for. Somebody reviewing the speed test for that aspect, because you do have to pay a bit of money for that. I didn't upgrade the memory because I'm going to upgrade that myself. The Apple Store charges, I think it's about $300 here in the Australian Apple Store to upgrade to 16 gigabyte. I bought the DIMMs myself, and I'm gonna be upgrading them the next couple of days when the memory arrives. But for now, we're gonna be testing it as it arrived. It's a 2.6 quad-core i7 with 1 TB Fusion drive, and it's got 4 gigs of RAM. Now, just for comparison's sake, I've got here my work Mac Mini, the old one, my old work where I used to work. I did not steal it. I'm still friends with my old boss, and he just let me borrow it for the next few days while mine arrived. This one is a 2.5 gigahertz Intel Core i5 4 gig. This is from last year. Okay. Now I don't know if anything else is important here. Well, that's the specs that you've got there, and I'm also going to be. Sorry about the mess. You know, I didn't dress the desk for this presentation, so it's a bit of a mess. I've been moving stuff around the last couple of days, just in case I have anything important there. Let me just open up these two tools that I've downloaded, and Geekbench. Okay, now I've got these two tools here that should give us a good indication. Let me just show you about this Mac. This is my old MacBook. This is the main reason why I upgraded, and I decided to go all out when buying my new Mac Mini. When I bought this, I thought, well, I'm just going to need it for a couple of things, and I just bought a Mac Mini, a MacBook. And obviously, it's under spec for what I end up doing. I have a 200 gig photo library, and I do try to edit a couple of videos and things like that. Dumb little things, home movies and stuff like that. And this always let me down. You know, it's a beautiful machine, it's gorgeous, and it does a lot of things great, but you know, it can't keep up with the stuff that I throw at it. Now, this is a 2.26 gigahertz Intel Core 2 Duo with 4 gigs of RAM that I bought probably December a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago. Anyway, that's what this machine has got. Now, I've downloaded the Geekbench. I actually bought this version just so I could do a proper test, just so you guys could have a better look at the performance. I don't intend to be running much of these tests, but I thought I'll give you a thorough rundown. Now, this is going to be running now. Now, this one is pretty maxed out in terms of hard drive. It's pretty full, but we'll also be running the what's it called? This disk speed test, which tests the speed, writing speed and reading speed of the machine. Remember, the whole idea of this is so you can get a better idea of, well, why would you pay the extra money to go with the Mac Mini fully decked out? I don't remember exactly how much I paid. It's obviously more expensive here in Australia. I think it was about $1,250, which was a Mac Mini upgraded to 2.6 instead of 2.3, the quad-core i7, and I think it was about $250 just to upgrade to a Fusion drive. Now, we're just gonna let this finish up here, and then we're going to be running the other one. I used to have this hooked up to a bigger monitor, so it's icons all over the place. Sorry about that mess as well. While this runs, I'm actually going to start setting it up here on my old work Mac Mini, so we can do that in parallel. Now, where is that thing? We got that one, and we've got this one. Okay, so this is the disk speed, and nothing else is running though. You got the system information. That's just that window there that tells you what the specs are. Again, these are the specs of this machine. Okay, and we're gonna run this on 64-bit and run benchmark, and we're gonna let that run for a couple of seconds. Let's have a look at the other computer and see if it's done. All right, here we go. So the benchmark for this MacBook, a couple of years old MacBook. Again, the specs for this machine is, I think I might have closed that already. Okay, so about this Mac, it's 2.26 gigahertz Intel Core, which you do with 4 gigs of RAM. And it has scored 3,583. That's the Geekbench score. I've heard a lot about this tool. I don't know what any of this means, but I thought you guys might know, so I figure I'd get a tool that some people are familiar with. And I'll just leave that for a couple of seconds so you can take a screenshot if you need of some of the results. I don't know what any of them mean. Again, I'm only doing this so people can weigh their options, with more information when deciding to whether to buy one or not. Okay, I'll do this one really quick because, again, this is not the computer in question. We're going to do a speed test now. Again, write speed and read speed. And it's going to be, there you go, 24 megabits per second. And then it reads at 23, which reading is supposed to be a bit faster. So, well, it is 1 megabyte per second faster. So yeah, that's pretty shitty, I guess. All right, we'll stop that. I don't know if it ever stops. I was trying it earlier and it just never stops. It just keeps reading and writing. But anyway, the results, I'll show you here, the results that it's giving me. Push that up a bit. So again, you can have a better idea of what this machine was able to do before. And now let's go back to the MacBook from work. And this one has scored a much better 7,232. Okay, again, this machine was, sorry, I'm confused with all the mice I've got on my desk. At 2.5 gigahertz Intel Core i5 with 4 gig of RAM.